Hi, I'm Andre with a review for you, or should I say a review for Devoe. So usually on this channel I talk about nostalgia when it comes to cartoons, video games, movies, television, but it's nice every once in a while to talk about nostalgia with music, and that's why it's perfect for me to talk about the New Edition story, which was a 3-part miniseries all about the story of New Edition, from their early beginnings of singing Candy Girl, you are my world, to all their growing up and having to change and people going off doing solo careers, having drama, and then coming back together, all the good stuff you know from a TV movie biopic about a musical group. So New Edition was actually one of those groups that was kind of a special group if you were growing up in the 80s, because as much as I love the Jackson 5, it's a great group. When I was growing up, the Jackson 5 thing kind of already happened. Michael Jackson was doing his own thing and becoming a megastar doing his solo career, so that's what I grew up more with. On the other side, you had the boy band craze of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and even before that, New Kids on the Block, and people were all about, oh my god, these boy bands. I was like, well, I already got that. That's New Edition. They brought the new version of the Jackson 5 to my generation. They were one of the early boy bands before all the other stuff came along. So that's why if you were a kid growing up in the 80s, particularly a kid, you saw someone like New Edition, that felt like that was made for you, even though the music was something that could be appreciated no matter how old you are. Not to mention they had all those hits, man. Candy Girl, is this the end? If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? You got to count me out, Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time. Every little step I take, we'll be together. It's my prerogative. It's the way that I wanna live. Man with sensitivity. My. You sure look good tonight, and you're so damn fine. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? And just that Nehu. I need more songs today to bring back the Nehu. Make a new version of Yahoo called Nehu. That could be the new search engine, and every time you go to it, it just goes, Nehu. But all nostalgia aside, this is actually a really entertaining movie. When I first heard there was gonna be a 3-night movie event, I was like, wow, that's a lot for New Edition. But then when you start thinking about all the things that they've gone through, that actually makes sense. With New Edition, with Johnny Gill eventually coming into the group, with Bobby Brown and Ralph Tresvant doing their own thing, Johnny Gill doing his own thing, Belle Biv DeVoe. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to cover. For a TV movie biopic, it does get a little dramatic, it does get a little TV movie at times, but it's always entertaining, and a lot of that gives credit to the cast and to the people making this movie. Obviously, they got New Edition to sign off on everything, but you can tell that there is passion behind this, that they really want to tell this story to show you all the good stuff and the bad stuff. And the cast is really good. We get 2 versions of New Edition. We get like the little kid version, and then we get the grown-up version. I love that they grew up, but like everybody else doesn't. It's like that scene in Lion King where Timon and Pumbaa walking with Simba, and Timon and Pumbaa never change, but Simba just keeps growing up. That's what happens in this. New Edition literally has like a morph. They do it's morphin' time. Literally, it's like the little kid, and then like Animorphs, black and white video, where they turn into the older version. But everybody else in the movie just gets different hairstyles. But either way, everyone's really good in it. They nail down all the mannerisms of the different people that they're playing, and also the performances. Like, you can tell that they watched and studied and practiced. There's scenes in this movie where they do concert performances, or they'll reenact music videos that New Edition had or the individual members had, and they make it as clear, close as possible to the original as they could, and I really respected that. That showed that they really put a lot of attention in this. You see the actors dancing and performing these songs as if they were New Edition, and it never feels dull. For a movie that's going on for 3 nights, you feel like you're ready for the next thing to happen. It keeps you engaged. Even when New Edition isn't the main people in focus. There's a couple of scenes where you see the mothers of New Edition, and they're just as awesome to watch as it is to watch New Edition, because you're seeing them going through the struggles of being parents, of seeing their kids being superstars, but at the same time, you know, that music industry, somehow you got the #1 song in the world, your kids are traveling all over the globe, and yet you're still living in the projects and you getting like dollar paychecks, literally like a $1.87 check. Watch this in TLC story and you will just hate the music industry. Like, I just, movies, television, even YouTube, like there's issues with it all. But man, the music industry is just weird. You make this album, you gotta promote this album, but you're not really getting paid. You're actually getting advances, and pretty much everything that you use to promote your album music videos, travel, appearances, clothing, anything that you need, you are paying for it. The artist is paying for it back, and it gets to the point where you owe them money, or any money that's being made is going to the music label, and you're hoping that you make profit just so you can get some money. People come in and like, oh, we want to get you out the ghetto, we want to get you to do this, do that, just sign these papers, don't read them, and then boom, before you know it, you're screwed. There's literally a part where a guy talks to Michael Bivins, he's just like, hey, welcome to the music industry. You get the comedic moments, you get the dramatic moments, you get those sad moments where, you know, people are on drugs, or getting drunk, or having babies, breaking apart, the egos, and it's just crazy. Like, it just, again, proves for all these people, particularly today, in the day of the internet and social media, that, oh, I want to be famous, I want to be big and popular and famous. It just goes to show you through this movie that you could be the #1 group in the world. You could have tours, you could have screaming fans, you could have money. And still, that ego or that self-doubt or that weird feeling that you feel of being out of place because you went from this lifestyle to that lifestyle can mess you up. You can have problems no matter what your status is. It's a nice lesson in that, while still being entertaining and nostalgic and remembering all these awesome songs that New Edition did. And I also love all the different various music cameos from other artists. Like, there's an Al B. Sure in this, there's a Curtis Blow in this. They reference other musical artists, and like there's a concert that they do and you see Madonna's name on it, Boyz II Men. BET could literally make an R&B cinematic universe right now. They could literally like spin off all the different artists into their own movies, and they could be like the Avengers of R&B, these various movies that they put out there. Just putting that out there for you, BET. BET, good work. Not only did you get me excited for this and made me enjoy this movie, but also thank you for all those commercials for the Quad, because now I'm very interested in that TV show. Yeah, man, BET coming up, y'all. Don't hate. The days of Video Soul, they have advanced. Although I do appreciate the Video Soul reference in this movie. Just mad because they're showing all these things about New Edition. They completely skipped over the fact that New Edition made a guest appearance on Family Matters. That was not in the movie. I was very upset by that. Also, Johnny Gill himself made an appearance on Family Matters. He serenaded Laura as a favor to Steve Urkel. None of that is in this movie at all. I'm disappointed in that. Also, no mention of Bobby Brown singing On Our Own for Ghostbusters 2. I mean, you know, just saying, you know, could you make a deleted scene of this stuff? Yeah, man, just like how I felt about Straight Outta Compton when I saw that in the theaters, that's how I kind of feel about this. It's just nice to see a story being told about this group that normally would not be done. So to see BET do something like this, and for it to be a good, entertaining movie. I mean, to watch 3 parts of something, to watch something that massive and enjoy it, it's just really nice and really fun. And it's also just fun to just sit here and be able to talk about a movie with a majority black cast, something that happened in black culture that I can appreciate and talk about it. And I enjoy doing that. I love talking about all the other stuff here, and you know, it's great too, but this is also a part of my lifestyle. This is also a part of my upbringing, my background, so it's just nice to put that out there every once in a while. I like to do more of that. That'd be really cool to talk about these types of things more. You know, just like black movies or black entertainment in general. If only there was a month of the year where that would seem like an appropriate time to talk about some of that stuff in more detail. If only. Let me know if you saw the New Edition story, and if you did, what'd you think of it? Do you appreciate that you got to hear another side of my nostalgia than just cartoons and movies and stuff? And what musical group or artist would you love to see a movie made about? Thumbs up this video, and if you are new here, click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified of future videos that I make. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000, chain chomp, yomp.